Here I have is a sample of a ceiling of what they used to do years ago. Instead of before the plasterboard days, they used to lath and plaster ceiling using hardwood laths. These are hardwood laths. We usually use oak, but you can use beech. And then you put 3 layers of lime render on there.
Working on an old building demands skills in a range of specialist subjects, including carpentry, masonry, plastering and roofing, as well as understanding of appropriate materials. A common way to get qualified in heritage skills is to do an NVQ level 3, and at the Tywi Centre we've run these over the past 5 years, which have involved a level of training at the centre and then placements with heritage companies across Wales.
I'm Kelly and I'm on the Heritage Stonemasonry course NVQ3 at the Tywi Centre. I really like being on site. It feels very real to be working on projects, you know, outside on a house or a building and not being based in a college. And I really enjoy the process of masonry. The idea that you're making something work, so you're preparing buildings so that they function how they were intended to. Yeah, so I am pointing a wall with lime mortar, which is the kind of mortar that would have been used originally, or traditionally, so there's also some earth mortar in here. And the mortar is breathable and flexible, so it means the building can function how it was intended to. So as you can see, we've got all the mortar out, so we raked that all out this week and last week, and now we're just in the process of putting lime mortar back into the wall.
My name's Adam, I'm 21 and I'm a plasterer. I work for Just Lime Limited. When I left school at 16, I went to Amford College to do solid modern plastering for 3 years. After I finished the 3 years in college, I took a year out on site, and then I decided I was going to change because I was very interested in old buildings, so I applied for the heritage course. I like the heritage side of plastering because the buildings we work on, for starters, it was a 12th century church in the Gower, and we repointed the external and replastered one wall internally where they had a load of damp. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on carrying on what I'm doing in the heritage world.
I already had my NVQ level 2 and 3 in modern building and plastering, and it was after seeing the ad online and applying for the course, I started to read up a lot more about traditional building methods. I've always had a passion for old buildings and architecture anyway. I found sort of modern building techniques and practices generally revolve around time and how quickly something can be done. I kind of feel that it lacks a bit of soul. Everything is just geared up to do things cheaply and quickly. I wouldn't say there's an awful lot of difference between what I would call modern plastering and traditional plastering. The process, which you take a material from a mixer, put it on your hawk, put it on the wall, is exactly the same. The only difference with lime is that there's a lot more knowledge prior which you need to build up. It's very easy to get caught out trying to use a modern method with a heritage material.
Beth dwi bod yn neud yw sgreibio yr archwilio'r sydd erbyn y wal. A ffordd chi sgreibio yw, wel, esbonio beth yw sgreibio. Sgreibio yw i dilyn profil y wal, cerrig, a trawsglwyddo'r profil ar y pision o pren gyda pensil, a wedyn torri mas gyda jigsaw. A'r ffordd i wneud yw rhedeg blocyn o pren erbyn y wal, cerrig gyda'r pensil, a jyst rhedeg ei lawr erbyn gwyneb y pren, a chi tynnu pren i ffwrdd, a wedyn dyna'r profil o wal. I got onto the wood occupations course at the Tywi Centre back in 2013 and my placement was at Cardigan Castle. What I'd really wanted to work on since I got to the castle was the actual trellis work and balcony, because that's the focal point of the outside of the mansion, and I've been waiting for months for that, and I finally got onto it at just near the end of the course, which was fantastic. I really enjoy all the fiddly work, all the small detailed work, using the traditional skills with the appropriate materials for the building rather than just cramming it in with modern materials, which, you know, in the long term haven't been proven that's going to benefit the building, whereas the traditional materials, it's been proven that it does work, so why would you change it?
Dyma hyn ffenest o'r tŷ rhan fwy o fe'n alright. Mae'r joint yna'n okay. Hwna wedi symud tyma bach. Falle bydd rhaid ni rhoi'r repair lan yn hyn. A'r gwylod y darn yma. Achos mae hwnna wedi pydru, ti'n fel. Felly, torri hwnna off. Rhoi'r darn arall yno. A bydd yn para semo camlwyddyn arall, falle. Os mae pobl yn peintio fe digon. Cyn i fi dechrau gweithio yn conservation, oedd dim sgiliau, wel, bron dim sgiliau llaw da fi. Mae joinery modern, mae'n seiliedig ar peiriannau, really, a os allu di wneud y peiriant, dyle ti, achos mae'n gloiach, mae'n mwy reliable a stwff fel hyn, ond nid dyna, nid fel a, o'n nhw wedi cael eu creu yn y gorffennol. Oedd hen boss fi, o lle nes i'n apprenticeship, wedi ffona fi lan, a oedd wedi gweud bod e'n retairo, a os o'n i moyn bod cyfle i gael, allai cymeryd drosto, sort of thing, lan fan hyn. Yn meddwl amdano'r dyfodol, dwi'n meddwl bydd yn gwaith galed, wrth gwrs, ond gyda'r sgiliau dwi wedi casglu trwy'r wneud y cwrs, mae fe'n lot haws i wneud awrywiaeth o weithoedd, allu gweithio ar safleoedd, allu gweithio mewn gweithdy, ar pethau hen, ar pethau newydd, mae'r posibiliadau lot mwy llydan nawr.
Here at the Tywi Centre, we can provide clear direction into training in heritage, carpentry, masonry, roofing and plastering.